Welcome my dear students. In this video, we will discuss about some concept related to completion of a metric space. As we have already studied, there are complete as well as incomplete metric spaces, meaning there are metric spaces in which every Cauchy sequence converges, like the set of all real numbers or the set of all complex numbers, etc. And there are metric spaces in which every Cauchy sequence need not converge at all. The classic example is the set of all rational numbers, which is not complete because there are many sequences in the set of all rational numbers which converges in real set of all real numbers but not in rational numbers. Or in other sense, if you take the closure of Q, you will get the set of all real numbers. So Q is a subspace of the set of all real numbers, and Q is not complete, and Q is also not closed. Since R is a complete space, a subspace of a complete space is complete if and only if it is closed. Since Q closure is equal to R, Q cannot be termed as a closed space. So in general, Q is not complete. So there are lots of spaces in which the property completeness does not hold. But Q does have some other peculiar property in the case of real numbers. Like the set of all rational numbers is dense in R, which means that if we take any two real numbers, in between those two real numbers, there are infinitely many or arbitrarily many partial numbers which comes closer to both the real numbers which we have chosen. So the next question is, in the case of incomplete spaces, can we do something to make them as a complete space? Can you add some other points such that the incomplete spaces can be completed? This is what this section deals with. Now the problem is, in a metric space, you cannot add lot of points because in a metric space, you have a metric defined on it. So while adding a point, you have to define the corresponding metric associated with the point as well. So in general, you cannot add points onto incomplete spaces without considering the metric. So we will do the whole thing. We will complete every incomplete spaces using some techniques. Before going into much details, we will discuss about isometry. So let's xt and x tilde d tilde be two metric spaces. Then the mapping T from x to x tilde is said to be isometric if T preserves distances, which means that if you take 2 points x comma y in this first space x and find the metric d of xy between those 2 points, and corresponding to x and y there is tx and ty in x tilde, which is the image of x and y, with respect to the function t. In x tilde, there is another metric d tilde. So d tilde of tx comma ty should always be same as d of x comma y. So in other words, a function t from a metric space x onto another metric space x tilde is said to be isometric if you take any 2 points in the first space and find the metric, and if you take the metric of the corresponding image points, both should be same. So the map which preserves distances among metric spaces is called an isometric map. One classic example, if you take x tilde as x itself, that is t from x to x is a map with t is defined as the identity map, that is I of x should be equal to x. So in that case, it is trivially established. We can easily establish the fact that it is an isometric. So that is the whole thing about the isometry. Now, two spaces x and x tilde are said to be isometric if there exists an isometry from x to x tilde, and also that isometry should be bijective. So if there exists a bijective isometry from a space x onto another space x tilde, then we say that the spaces are isometric spaces. So why we discuss these isometric spaces? The discussion of isometric spaces as are important in the sense that although two different metric spaces does not look alike in many cases, but they may be same in many senses. So what I am going to make it clear is the fact that if two spaces x and y are isometric, even though their elements may differ, the metrics may not look alike, but the space, the metric space x and x tilde are indistinguishable in the point of view of a metric. That is associated with every point in x, there's another unique point in x tilde. So even though the points may differ, the properties, the structural properties are identical. So the two spaces, even though they are distinct in the sense of points, they may be identical in the sense of the space itself. So which is why we are defining isometric spaces. So there are spaces in which the space need not look alike with respect to the definition of elements, but the spaces are actually identical in the sense of a metric. That's why we are defining isometric. Now we move on to the classic theorem of completion. So this theorem establishes a simple fact which we have already discussed. In previous sections, we have discussed about complete and incomplete spaces. So there's a natural question which arise in the case of incomplete spaces is the fact that can you in any particular sense make a space complete? Can you make an incomplete space complete in any particular sense? Or completion of an incomplete metric space is possible or not? This theorem establishes the fact that every incomplete spaces can be completed or made it into a complete metric space under certain circumstances. So let's move on to the theorem. For a metric space X which is equal to XD, there exists a complete metric space X cap which is defined as S cap with associated metric D cap, which has a subspace W that is isometric with X and is dense in X cap. This space X cap is unique except for isometries, that is, if X tilde is any complete metric space having a dense subspace W tilde isometric with X, then X tilde and X cap are isometric. So this theorem establishes two facts. The first fact is, let XD be a metric space which may not be complete, then XD can be completed into or made it into a complete metric space which is defined as X tilde, X cap, D cap. So every incomplete metric space can be completed, which is the first fact. And if we are given with a complete metric space X cap D cap with a subspace W which is isometric with X, in the sense that the elements may not look alike but the spaces are actually identical, with X is dense in X cap. So if X cap D cap is a complete metric space which is a completion of XD, then a subspace W which corresponds to X cap D cap is isometric with X. There should exist one such subspace, and that subspace should be dense in X cap as well. And the next thing is, this completion is unique, which is what the next property states. This space X cap is unique except for isometries. That means you can define another space X tilde which is also a completion of the space W or X instead of X cap, but both the space X tilde and X cap are isometric. So if you take a space incomplete metric space X and made it into a complete metric space using some method, then that space should be unique in the sense that you can define another space X tilde which can be termed as a completion of a space XD with the associated subspace W tilde, then the space X tilde and X cap are isometric, which means that even though the spaces X tilde and X cap are the completion of the space XD, even though their elements may not look alike, the spaces are actually exactly identical. This is what the theorem states.